Hello everyone. Before going to solving problems, let us discuss one small concept, that is tunnel diode. Tunnel diode can act as active element in negative resistance region. Negative resistance region NRR. Tunnel diode acts as active element in negative resistance region. So the characteristics of tunnel diode is like this. Okay, so here up to here this is positive slope. Okay, up to here this is positive slope. From here to here this is negative slope. So here in this case it is passive element. From this portion to this portion, negative resistance region, this is called negative resistance region. In this portion, this tunnel diode acts as active element. Okay, similarly RLC elements also in positive slope region RLC, that means greater than 0. If RLC are greater than 0, these are passive elements. Okay, if RLC less than 0, then these are called active elements. In other words, we can say an element is said to be active if it possesses special property called internal amplification. Okay, if any element has a property internal amplification, if any element has the property called internal amplification, then that element is called active element. Next one, diode is also passive element except negative resistance region. Okay, in negative resistance region it will act as active element. Next point, BJT, that means transistor, op amp, diode. In negative resistance region, these are the dependent sources along with independent sources are active elements. That means this can be represented with dependent sources like this. In any circuit, if these elements are present along with independent source, okay, along with independent source, keep this in mind, along with independent source, then these elements are called active elements. Okay, now let us discuss problems on the types of elements. In the examination, they give this type of graphs and they ask what type of element. Whenever you are writing the notes, please use at least 2 color pens. Okay, that is useful. Whenever you reopen the book, then you will easily clarify what is the question, what is the answer, what is the important point. So this not only this subject, for every subject, for whatever may be the subject, please use different type of color pens, at least 2 color pens. Okay, now coming to this question. So first graph, this is a straight line passing through the origin. Okay, this is the straight line passing through the origin, and for all time t, slope is constant, so element is linear. Here characteristics are present on second coordinate as well as fourth coordinate, so the element is active element. In forward bias as well as in forward reverse current direction as well as forward current direction, so impedance is same. You will get same impedance, whatever may be the values, you will get same impedance, so it is bilateral element. Here only one time characteristics, so this is time invariant element. So this is linear, active, bilateral, time invariant. Coming to second graph, up to this portion, from here to here, this portion is linear. From here, even though increasing the current, voltage is constant. So this is non-linear. Okay, so the graphs are present in first coordinate and third coordinate. So it is passive element. And it is unilateral because up to here this is bilateral, but after this portion, even though increasing the current, voltage is constant, but here there is no such type of graph, so it is unilateral. Next one, this is time invariant. Okay, only one characteristic line. Coming to this graph, so it is from here to here it is linear, but this is, even though increasing the current positively and negatively, voltage is constant, so this is non-linear. So characteristic lies on first coordinate and third coordinate, so this is passive element. Again, so if values are not mentioned, you will get same impedance. For both the direction of currents. So this is bilateral element. Again, it is time invariant. Okay, only one characteristic line. So it is time invariant element. Next, coming to this graph, so we can say easily it is non-linear because it is exponential in nature, so it is non-linear. So characteristics are lies on first coordinate as well as third coordinate, so it is passive element. Next one, so this is the, for both values of current, that means positive value of current, negative value of current, okay, we do not get same impedance if current direction is changes, so it is unilateral. That is, these characteristics are diode characteristics, so it is unilateral. Next one, only one characteristic equation line, so it is time invariant. Coming to this graph, so this is a straight line passing through the origin and has a constant slope, so it is linear element. Next, so characteristics are lies on the first coordinate and third coordinate, so it is passive element. Okay, so see, this is bilateral element. Okay, see, you should remember one point here, all linear elements are bilateral elements. Okay, converse is not true. All linear elements are bilateral elements, but all bilateral elements are not linear elements. Because if you observe here, this is bilateral element. If you observe here, this is bilateral element but not linear. Okay, if you observe here, this is linear and bilateral. Okay, this is linear, bilateral. So all linear elements are bilateral element, but all bilateral elements are not linear elements. Next one, this is the time invariant. Coming to this is the next graph. So first of all, it is not linear because one line is like this, another line is like this, so it is non-linear. Next one, unilateral or bilateral? Unilateral. Okay, because for both values of current, it possesses different values of impedance, so it is unilateral. Next one, time invariant. What about the active or passive? Because the characteristic is lies on first coordinate as well as second coordinate, so the element is active. Remember this, active, because no passive element slope does not lies on the second coordinate and fourth coordinate. Okay, active element slope can lies on the first and third coordinate, but passive element slope does not lies on the second coordinate as well as fourth coordinate, so it is active element. Let us discuss the one more graph. So it is linear or non-linear? This is non-linear. Okay, active or passive? So characteristic line is lies on the second coordinate, so it is active. Unilateral or bilateral? Unilateral, because it does not possess same impedance for both values of current. That means positive values of current and negative values of current. Next one, this is time invariant element. Okay, thank you for watching.